So this is the demo of our project for C3. So first we do yarn start to start the server, and then we go to the browser. Here we have the network tab on the sides, and then we go to the browser, and this is the front end. First we can see here we have all the functionality on one page, because we didn't really have time to design it. First we can upload our dataset, and it implement like our backend. So like when we put an invalid ID, it won't work. Also, if we don't put any ID, it will request for an ID. So like we have to put some ID, like sections, and the kind is, we don't really need to put it here, but yeah, it's working, and we didn't really have time to fix it. And we can upload the file. Oh, if we didn't put any file, it will also ask for a file, and then we put the file, and then we upload, and it should successfully edit without refresh, so it should work. And if we put the invalid ID like section, it should not work because it is invalid ID, like in the previous checkpoint. Okay, that's our dataset, and let's add one more dataset, so we can show how to if the remove work. Oh, we can also see our uploaded dataset in the list dataset, so there should be two because we added two. And then if we remove one, we remove the dataset. It should remove it, successfully removed. So if we view this list again, it should be gone. And if we try to remove something that is not there, not dataset, there should be cannot find ID. Okay, that's for the basic functions. And now for our user story. The first one is course ID. We just realized this course ID is not really like what we think, like CPSC 310 or something, but it still work if we know what IDs the course have. For example, the ID should be a 3-digit number in this dataset. So like if we put 180, it will show the number of enrollment from year to year, and there is a lot in 1900 because if the section is overall, it will put the year as 1900. And yeah, we can see the total enrollment. It is the result of the total number of pass, fail, and audit. And then we can also view course average through the year. We can see all from the dataset, which is a lot, but we can hover over it to see the ID and the average. We can also filter out the department, CPSC, to see only CPSC courses. Okay. And then the third functionality we have, the third user story, is to see the grade trends, which is similar to the enrollment trends, but the y-axis become the grades rather than the total number of enrollment. For example, 180. Yeah, it shows the grade over time. The average is like around 65. Maybe for other course like 512, it was higher, 80 something. And then the fourth one is it's not an insight, but it will result in a table. So we find a professor, for example, Professor Harvey, and then if we search, it will show the courses that is taught by Professor Harvey with the section and the average grade. And yeah, if it's too much, we can always go back to the top or just clear the table so it's more clean. We don't really have time to put a new page to make it cleaner, but yeah, this is what works so far. Also for the filter challenging course, it's quite similar, but we have to put in the department and maximum average grade. So we want to find a course with a certain maximum average grade in a certain department. For example, in CPSC, we only want the courses with maximum average grade 70. We can just fill the course, and it will show the list of the course with the instructor and the average grade. and then we can also do the same, clear table. And then the next one is the pass and fail trends. It's uh, the rate of the passing student. So we can see, like, for example, the same, the course. This should be course ID. Uh, few trends, like we can see each year, for this specific course, it have this pass count, and it have this fail count. So we can see, like, if it's getting better or not. And yeah, then we can see the highest audit. This one is for seeing if, like, people like taking this course as elective. So maybe for people who want to find an elective, we can choose the dataset, specific dataset, as specified in our user story. The dataset we have here is sections. So yeah, I want to show if we don't have the dataset, it should not show. So, like, we have to fill the course ID on 80. Like, if there's invalid data course, it will not show. But if we our dataset is sections, and then we view the result, yeah, it shows that this year there is how many audits, the audit rate. Um, yeah, that's how it is audit. Then we can also analyze department by average grade and pass rate. This is like a scatter plot, so we can see if the grade is, if a course is have high grade and high pass rate. The dataset ID we have, as usual, sections, and then we start here. We can choose something like 2000 or 2015. Yeah, okay. Like, this is the result. So, like, the course here, we can see in this. I mean the department. This one analyze the department. So, like, we can see which department is good, with higher average grade and pass rate. So people maybe want to take major from that department. For example, this department is very high. And then, yeah, you can see which one is have a higher grade and pass rate. And then the last user story is the course performance statistic. We want to see the course statistics, like standard deviation, variance, and mean for specific course. Yeah. So, like, if we add sections, course ID 180, and a year range, we can use the same one to 2015. There is a bit of variation in our input because, like, we didn't really talk about it to each other, but yeah, everything should work like the example that is put behind the form. Specific grade, maybe 70 is the probability getting score in that course. And we can review the statistic, and then it pops up like the probability of getting 70 in that course is almost 0%. Maybe it's 0.0 or something, but it's very small because maybe the average we can see is very low, 63. But so if we lower it like 60, uh, okay, 60 is still 0%, maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, if is the probability of getting 50 is a little bit more, so it's maybe a difficult course. That's how people can use this. And that is all for our demo. Thank you very much.